2026, New York State AAA Wall of Honor, Jim Amen Jr. Some careers are measured in years. Others can only be measured by the people that they impact. For more than 5 decades, Jim Amen Jr. has dedicated his life to athletes and communities across Long Island as a teacher, coach, athletic director, and leader in all of New York State. And even today, he remains connected to the profession that he helped shape.
You have to listen, try to understand where they're coming from, where a parent is coming from, where the child is coming from. I think that you have to be, a good communicator. I never shied away from sharing my opinions. Some of my colleagues would say, tell me how you really feel, Jim, You have to be able to manage the situation. I think, if you're an administrator and you don't think you're going to get complaints or parents or things being intrusive or administrators above you deciding what they think is best over what you think is best, then you might as well not be an athletic administrator.
Amen's journey began as a multi-sport athlete at Massapequa High School before continuing to Cortland State Teachers College, where he studied physical education. Soon after graduating, he began teaching and coaching on Long Island, quickly building a reputation as a passionate mentor for student athletes. His coaching career eventually expanded to the collegiate level, including time at the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, Hofstra University, and Johns Hopkins University. At Johns Hopkins, he was part of a historic era that included 3 national lacrosse championships. But coaching was never just about wins.
I do miss the coaching. I think when you're coaching or anytime you're working with a group of people, whether it's student athletes or, you miss the camaraderie, you miss the interaction and the impact that you might have. Having an impact on children, especially in the athletic end of it, coaching is really important. I come from a dad who was a coach and an athletic administrator back in the day, and I saw the impact that he had, and I would hope that I lived up to his history and career.
Eventually, Amen transitioned into athletic administration, serving in leadership roles throughout Long Island, including a long tenure as director of PE and athletics at Cold Spring Harbor. That commitment to service led Amen to decades of work in Section 8 and across New York State Public High School Athletic Association, including 30 years on the New York State Boys Lacrosse Committee, where he continues to serve as the chair. And after a lifetime in education-based athletics, his greatest source of pride? It's the people.
I think I'm most proud of the fact that I've impacted a lot of people. And you only learn about that when you're as old as I am and you hear from former students, former teachers, former coaches, thanking you for the impact that you have. I think that's the most important thing.
Even in retirement, Amen remains involved with the profession, attending meetings, mentoring colleagues, and continuing to support the growth of interscholastic athletics. Because of Jim Amen, athletics has always been something bigger than just the games. It's about leadership, it's about service. But Amen's influence extended far beyond the school districts that he worked for. He became deeply involved in the leadership of interscholastic athletics across New York State.
I always wanted to serve my section. I always wanted to do more. I was involved in many committees. That's what you're in it for. You're not just in it for your own particular school. You're in it for giving service back to your organization, to the people that you work under or work for. I think, probably in my lifetime, I spent more time with other people's children than my own children, and spent a lot of time traveling to different conferences and meetings and things like that. And it takes its toll, but I think in the end, it was all worth it.